I'm here at the Wellness Tree Clinic in Spokane, Washington, and I'm going to take you to get an InBody scan. Let's go. Okay, so one of the many things that the Wellness Tree offers is called the InBody scan. So we're going to find out more about what that is and who that's for. Okay, so what is an InBody scan?
An in-body scan is a way to do a quick check on your body composition. So it's called bioimpedance analysis, and it's able to track your muscle mass, your visceral fat, your body water, your phase angle, which is kind of the health of your cells. And it kind of helps guide weight loss programs or weight gain programs or weight maintenance. It kind of helps give us some feedback on how we're doing with our body composition.
And who would benefit from this?
Just about everyone needs to know where their body composition is. That one of the strongest markers, indicators of healthy living, aging, is skeletal muscle mass each year. So, and with the popular use of the GLP-1 medications, as well as just in general, we all need to be tracking our skeletal muscle.
So if you have a patient that is getting a service done, can anyone come in just for the scan, or can you also add it on to a service that they're here for already?
Yeah, it takes about 10 or 20 minutes, so it's pretty quick. So anybody can do it as an add-on or walk-in.
All right, so now we're going to show you how this works. Okay, so tell us about the machine before I hop on.
Well, this is a special bioimpedance machine from the InBody company. So this is one of their more advanced units. It has a platform to stand on and little paddles to hold. That's how the electrical current runs through the body to get the measurements. And you get a printout with your intracellular water, extracellular water, your body weight, your percentage body fat, body mass index, skeletal muscle. It gives you a marker for how much water has moved outside the cell. Extracellular water, that can indicate inflammation or edema or swelling. We want water to be inside the cell. And it gives you your caloric, basal caloric rate. So it gives a good printout to go home with.
So one of the big reasons that I wanted to do an InBody scan is I have consistently been working out since November. I'm still working on my postpartum weight loss and muscle gain. I'm trying to gain more muscle so that I'm strong enough for my crazy little boy. And just, make sure that I'm moving in a healthy direction as I'm phasing out of breastfeeding. So good to know where I stand, and I'll show you my results. There's no shame. And yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, before we go over our results, why did I have to wipe my hands and feet?
Just to wipe off any dirt so the electrical signal conducts well through the skin.
Okay, so I just got my results. Can you tell us about them?
So your intracellular water is 42.3, so we'll want to look at your last one to see how that compares, how your body's holding water. It looks like you've got a little bit of movement of the water outside the cell, extracellular water. We want that a tad lower. So that's some inflammation, edema we can monitor. Your arms are a little bit stronger than your legs, so we need to bring up your leg skeletal muscle, and that'll help even out this score. We want this to be more of an even line, so we want your muscle up a little bit. You do have a little bit of extra visceral fat, 107, so we want to get that below the 100 level into this zone. And it suggests a weight loss goal of 17 pounds plus 6 pounds of muscle mass gain. And your phase angle is 5.2, which is the healthier cells. So this is pretty good. And typically as we gain muscle and lose visceral fat, we improve our phase angle, so we're getting healthier. So we always want phase angle to go up. People die when their phase angle is around 2. So this is a marker for longevity as well.
Well, it seems like I'm not far off. That was kind of my guess. Like I've been holding on to about 20 pounds since, having a baby. So this seems pretty accurate. Would you agree?
I think it's fairly accurate, yeah. It depends on what your goals are, but this seems realistic. I think, you just got to see how it goes, but yeah, this looks realistic.
Okay, so based on my results, is there anything I should change immediately or start looking into that would be the most beneficial?
No, the only thing we might follow this up with is some blood sugar evaluation, just to be sure that your blood sugars are cooperating during the day. And maybe a fasting blood sugar or an insulin and an A1C, and maybe a continuous glucose monitor, just to track how your blood sugar is doing through the day, to see why this visceral fat marker is a little high. We may need to change around, when your caloric intake is the highest, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And but nothing you need to change too much. You just need to kind of grade your progress so far, be sure you're heading the right direction. We don't want to lose or gain weight very fast. Slow and steady is kind of better. And but it'll be real helpful to have a little bit more skeletal muscle in your legs to even your body out a little.
Okay. And how often should I get this done if I'm working on a consistent weight loss or muscle gain plan?
It just depends how aggressively you're modifying things. Some people need it every week to be sure they're losing, but on average, at least every month, to be sure you're on the right track.
You turned it off? Yeah. Okay, great. So this is a good marker for now. I'll probably do it more like once a month. That seems a little more realistic for me. But this is a great scan for anyone to do. It was really simple, as you saw. It probably took about 10 minutes. And it's really nice to see like where I'm at. I've been consistently working out. I've talked about that in previous videos. But I mean, there's always certain things that we can do to clean up our diet. It also kind of tells me that my body still is holding on to some of that visceral fat, probably from breastfeeding is my guess. But then again, we'll have to see how that goes in the next few months when I'm fully weaning my son. But yeah, hopefully you liked this video today, and we will be showing more unique scans and tests that you can get done here at the Wellness Tree. So like and subscribe, and we will see you next week.